After watching this video, you will be able to use the exact strategy that I'm explaining here today on your own charts when trading EURUSD, gold, or whatever other pair. Now, this strategy is based on 4 simple confluences, which I'll be explaining one by one throughout this video. And again, if you do pay attention, you will be able to copy and paste it onto your own chart to achieve trades just like this one. Now, without further ado, let's dive straight in. Now, the strategy itself is based on 3 different time frames where I start on the daily, I then work my way down to the 4-hour, and then I work my way down to the entry time frame, which is this here, the 1-hour time frame. Now, when we look at this chart here, there are 4 confluences which we're going to be using in order to identify the overall long position, which I'm going to be taking right over here. And I'll be running you through them one by one, with the first one being the most simple one, which is market structure, where previously it was very clear that we were trending in towards the downside, where we had a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and then again a lower low, until the market structure shift here in towards the upside occurred and we formed a new higher high. At that point in time, I then understand, look, from a market structure perspective, we are bullish in between the low here in towards the highs over here. And from a market structural perspective, we are then going to be looking for the continuation trade further in towards the highs to form a new higher high, which should end up being somewhere over here. Now, the next step after market structure identification is going to be liquidity identification, which I like calling LIC. And liquidity is very simple to identify because a lot of people like to overcomplicate it. They start looking over here. Is this wick liquidity? Is this wick liquidity? But the most simple way to explain to you what liquidity actually is by looking within the overall impulse in towards the highs that caused the breaker structure. And within that impulse, you're going to be looking for these small pullbacks like this one over here and like this one over here. It's very clear that those are your pullbacks within the overall leg in towards the highs to form that ultimate new higher high. So what you want to be doing is, like I did here, just mark them out with a dotted line and draw down an X. And then when the market starts retracing in towards the downside, you're already going to be thinking, look, is this support and resistance level going to be the overall long opportunity? Or is, for example, this demand zone going to be my long opportunity? No, what you want to be doing is always putting liquidity on the first place. And you want to be waiting for a takeout of the overall low. And the rule is, when the number 1 liquidity point gets taken out, wait for a market structure shift to happen. So for example, that the market pushes down, forms a new low, this becomes the high, then you break the overall high, this then becomes demand to then take the long position, or wait for the lowest point of liquidity to get taken out. And then, for example, you could take a risk entry where you just enter over here with a stop loss underneath the lows. These are the 2 ways that you can enter the market, like I just explained here. But for the sake of simplicity, I always say just wait for your market structure shift whenever you take out liquidity. So at this point in time, what I'm waiting for is for the low here to get taken. This then becomes my high. Boom, 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 and we take the overall long position. So what we then see happening is, okay, we see an initial reaction up, but nothing. The market just keeps pushing further in towards the downside, meaning that that liquidity low number 1 is pretty much invalidated, and we can start looking at liquidity point number 2, which is this low over here. Now, when that overall low gets taken, which is going to happen right now over here, you again see a bullish reaction. Now, at this moment in time, again, what you could do is simply enter on top of the overall low because it is the lowest point of liquidity within the leg up, or you wait for the market structure shift. So at this point, what you would be waiting for is for this high to go. This would then become an area of demand, and that would be then the overall long position that you're willing to take. However, what happens in this particular example is that the market drives down lower once again. And what we see happening is that the high of order flow is now not this high, but this high over here. And what you're now going to be waiting for is the market structure shift to happen in towards the highs to then confirm, hey, that internal downtrend, which was delivering price down lower towards my liquidity point, I'm now waiting for that to get broken to then look for the long position in towards the highs. And what's very nice about this overall retracement phase, and this retracement phase I'm going to make orange for you to understand completely that the overall pullback is going on, is that it is aligned with premium versus discount, which is straight away also confluence point number 3, the PVD tool. Whenever the market retraces into discount pricing, meaning below the overall 0.5 fib, the probability of the setup always increases, because ideally you want to be longing from discount, which is underneath the 0.5 fib, and you wouldn't be shorting from premium, which is above the 0.5 fib. So with the fact that we're now inside discount, we understand, look, confluence point number 3, that is now added to the equation. And with this overall market structure shift here, we're also adding confluence point number 4. And remember, at the beginning of the video, I said there's 4 confluences that we wait for. The 4th and final one is S&D, supply and demand, where you want a supply or a demand zone to be formed before going long or short. And what we have here is indeed the overall demand zone, which now validates the fact that we can look for the long position. So we then enter on top of that demand zone, stop loss underneath the lows, and we then target a 1 to 2 risk to reward. You can also just target the higher high. I personally just always like targeting the 1 to 2 risk to reward. And then the move starts happening and playing out in towards the upside and ultimately starts forming a new higher high. So that's how you can trade this overall setup here based on the 1 hour time frame. If you want more confluences on the 4 hour time frame, what you'll be able to see here is that on the 4 hour time frame, and let me just clean up the chart, we got a breaker structure here in towards the downside, and we had a breaker structure in towards the upside. Again, we look at the impulse. Liquidity needs to be within the impulse. Where was liquidity on the 4 hour? Underneath the low. So we had 4 hour confluence as well, where that internal downtrend shifted bullish with the higher high, internal liquidity. The market also retraced into discount pricing, and from there the market continued up higher. So the long made sense from a 4 hour perspective as well. And on the daily, what we are looking to achieve here with EURUSD is ultimately for it to trade up towards this significant point of liquidity here, which is the main point of liquidity of these descending highs, which are positioned over here. That's why the overall long position also made sense, and the immediate structure here was bullish as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have more questions, or if you want to learn more about these kind of strategies, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.